Hey everybody, what's up? Amir here from Adonis Athletics. In today's video, we're going to go through and answer one of the questions of one of our boys, Zachariah the Messiah, on how to determine whether somebody should be a sumo deadlifter or a conventional deadlifter. So I'm going to actually pull them up at random and we're going to go through everybody here. So we'll start with Johnny Boy over here first. None other than Big Daddy Yo, demo. So,
we can cut this right out.
Small boys.
So, how do you normally deadlift?
Conventional.
Conventional? Yeah. All right. So we're gonna talk through this all and just go through different stances for different people, different heights. Just how I do it. Right. This is not the only way, not set in stone. This is just my experiences through the last close to a decade, having a look at different deadlifters of different body segments and lengths and stuff like that. So just do your deadlift like how you normally do it. So he does a conventional stance normally. Now, with somebody like him, just off the bat, you keep going. I know that he's somebody that could do well using both stances because of the way he's built. His torso length compared to his femur length is of a proportion that tells me he's probably going to do well at either. It just depends which one he feels more comfortable with and which one he wants to stick to the most. So let's change to sumo now.
It's about there.
So his conventional stance there is good. The very good, solid, tight, compact position. Mostly because of his compact height. So he's going to use that to his advantage with sumo as well. So bring your toes out a little. The width is good. Just point your toes out a little. That's it.
Yep.
Keep your knees out.
About there.
Bring your stance in a little narrower. So what we're looking for is for his stance to be narrow, so that when he's in position, his shin is directly vertical. It's just up and down. So get in position, chest up. Okay, so see how this shin is more vertical? So his knee is much more on top of his ankle directly. That's where I want to start with. Chest up. Okay. Good. Now, after you pass your knee, keep it real close to you. Don't let it go away from you. Okay? Chest up, keep it close. That's better. If you come around the side here, you'll see the bar trajectory and the body positioning. Let's keep your chest up. See, he's relatively upright here, which is what you want with a sumo deadlift. You don't want to be really leaning forward too much. So stop there and go back to your conventional. Just stay there with that angle. Go back to your conventional, pull how you do. So have a look at this torso positioning here. Now it's in the correct positioning for conventional. It's just naturally going to be more inclined forward. Whereas with this sumo, it's going to be more upright. So go back to your sumo again. I promise it's nearly done. Bring your feet in narrow again, so your shins are directly up and down. Good. Look up. Good. See, this torso is more upwards again, upright. One more. Good. Rest. Now, the next step is for somebody like this, you might say, okay, so which one do you go with? They're good at both. Very simple. You ask him this question. Which one feels better?
Conventional.
Conventional feels better for him. So he'll stick with conventional. Until such time that maybe his weaknesses and strengths change or what have you, where it would be warranted for him to go to to sumo and try that. Or maybe we just want to do it for fun or whatever, right? So that's one example. Thank you, Johnny.
All good.
Stay big. All right, we're gonna pull up.
What's going on?
This guy, since you're here.
Big Damo.
Big Damo in the house. So, what do you normally pull?
I pull conventional.
He normally pulls conventional. Let's have a look. See if he's one of those people that can do both as well. So that's the exact same position that you use when you pull conventional?
Yeah.
Is that exactly how you set up?
Yeah.
Okay. So come around the side. Let's get in position again. Good. So get into the position just before you pull. Let's have a look at where your body positioning is. Okay, so for me personally, I would want this hip to be lower. I would want this chest to be up. That's where I would like it to be. So pull from there. Good, again. Okay, now let's try sumo. So let's go around, let's see what we're gonna do with this sumo position. Let's see how it looks. Your toes are pointed a little too much out. So bring the angle in a little bit. Good. Okay, get in position. Good, come around the side. Okay, go a couple more, go 3 more. Good, just before you pull, stop, don't pull, okay? Let's just have a look. Up, good. Here's another guy who does well pulling either way, right? Stop there. Good, which one feels better?
They both feel okay.
They feel okay. So here's another case where they both feel okay. So again, it's the case of which one he's probably done the most and is comfortable with, which one feels the best. Does conventional feel the best?
Conventional.
Conventional feels the best, so he's just gonna stick with that. Now let's go to another extreme. Ronnie, you come here. Cheers, mate.
No worries.
So Ronnie, as you can see, is built like a spider. So we're going to try conventional first, okay? Good. Come a little bit off your heels, more onto the middle of your foot, so you're not falling back. So bring your knees forward, yeah. Good. And middle of your foot. So go forward. Yeah. Good. Again. Okay. Come around to the side. So you can see. Go again. This is a very good position for him, for his height, for his limb length. Stand up. He's got very long legs, short torso, comparatively, long arms. Good deadlifter. Now let's switch to sumo, like how you would.
Never done.
Okay, so I'll talk you through it. So he's never done sumo before. Okay, let's walk him through it. Let's see how it works out. So put your shins. And this is, by the way, how you would do it for pretty much anybody who's just starting out. Put your shins where these rings are, where the bar rings are. Okay, toes 45 degrees as it is. Grab the bar, right underneath your shoulders. Okay, you want to push your knees out more. So you want this shin angle to be as vertical as possible. You don't want to be collapsing in, and you don't need to be too far out either, okay? Bring your knees forward a little bit so that your weight is here, in the middle, not on your heel, not on your toe. Look up. Okay. Down. So you can see here, his knee control is not fantastic just yet. Bring your stance width in a little bit. Okay, try that. Now the trade-off here is, go again, go down. Keep your knees out. His shins are a little bit more vertical, which is good, but when he stands narrower like this, the hips will naturally rise a little bit too much. So come around to the side here, stay there. Stay there. Look at this forward inclination of his torso. That's too much for a sumo deadlift. This is just me eyeballing it. Go again. Okay, now from there, switch back to conventional and get in position. Good, knees in forward a little. Good. So see this torso angle? It's almost the same as what he was doing with sumo. So there's not really any much of a difference. Pull. Good, down and rest. Which one feels better?
Conventional, because I'm used to it.
Okay, so obviously conventional is going to feel better for him because he's used to it. But and if he was to do sumo for a while, he would get good at it. He would actually get pretty strong at it. But chances are that he will, for the long term, be a better conventional puller. Thanks, Ronnie.
Thanks.
So what I do personally, and again, this needs to be always trial and error. It needs to be tested to see what the lifter actually feels good with. Is if they have longer limbs, so longer legs, shorter torso comparatively, they're usually going to be better at conventional, especially if they're taller. If they have shorter femurs and longer torso comparatively, especially if they have longer arms, they're probably going to be pretty good at the sumo deadlift. So that's the first thing I look for. But then, like I said, there's always going to be outliers, and it always comes down to the lifter. You have to ask the lifter what they feel good with, what they feel bad with. So you put them on the bar, test things out, test this out, test that out, see how their movement is. Maybe they look like they would be better suited for a certain position, but they just can't get in that position. Like they can't keep the knees where the knees need to be. They can't keep the hips where the hips need to be because of mobility issues or the way they're built or anything like that, you know? So in cases like that, you need to address that and then be able to move on to to pick the right one for them. And then once they pick one, you need to stick with it for a few weeks to make sure that they're actually improving and they're getting better at it. All right, just a quick one. We just came across Raf here. This is a very important one to have a look at. So he usually pulls conventional, but he does have a history of hip tightness, hip problems that also doesn't allow him to get proper depth in squats. He's actually working on it right now with our very own physio, PB physio. So he's obviously taller. So when you look at him, he would be, in my books, a classic conventional lifter, right? But if you have a look at his conventional setup, come look at it from the side. So try your hardest to get your back in a straight position as you pull, just like you were doing it before. So that's as straight as he can get his back before he pulls. For me, that's not good enough. Okay, go again. That's with 40 kilos on the bar, and that back position can easily become compromised with a heavier weight. Now stop there. So what we're going to do with a case like this, even though he may look like the classic conventional build for conventional pulling, we're going to have to save that back because we want longevity, at least until he can fix it, he can get it to a better position through the rehab work he's doing with the physio. So let's get into a sumo position. So again, the basics that we want to look for with sumo is the stance width that allows him to get his knees on top of his foot when he's in position. Okay, so at the moment that's a pretty good stance width for him. So that's good. Come around the side again, have a look at his back positioning. So I want you to look up, like I was saying before, at the top of the doorway, look with your chest up. Keep your back straight, keep the lats tight, go. Look at that, that's a much, much better back position. And in fact, he could actually do well with the sumo long term if he was to stick to it. Down, good, rest. How's that feel?
Yeah, good, all good.
Although the weight is light, do you feel like you're in a better position?
Yeah, the back's in a much straighter position.
Okay, so he feels that the back is in a better position. So that just straight away tells me that for now at least, until the physio gives the green light and until I can see that he can hold his position well with the conventional, we're going to just purely do sumo. And who knows, maybe he'll feel really good sumo for the long term and just stick with sumo. We'll wait and see. I hope that helps out, guys. Stick around, more videos coming.